Hello and welcome to the VKViewer 6 video on printing reports. When you're in VKViewer, you have the ability to print reports from the Valve Tree tab, as shown here with the Report button, or you can print them from the Repair List tab. I'm going to do this video from the Repair List tab. On the Repair List, we first would need to find the valve that we're interested in, and we can find by either clicking the Find button and then finding in Current Grid, or we could find across all owners and plants for a valve that we don't know if we're in the proper owner and plant for it currently. And the last way that we can find, of course, is through a filter, and that is done by typing into the column header of the column we know the data point about. In this case, I'll look for PSV Demo 1. You type in enough data that you can filter down your grid to the valve you're interested in. So now we've found the valve that we want our printer report for. Let's go ahead and let's click on the Report button. The Report button brings up our menu for the different kinds of ports we can print. We can choose to directly print a data sheet. We can print the data sheet, the images, and the generic PDFs that have been attached to that repair. So if there was an EVT test or something along that line that was attached to the repair that we were printing the report for, and it was a PDF, it would be opened so we could print it. We can take a look at all the reports. We can print an image report, and we can print a grid report. The grid reports are covered in detail in the other video about the repair list. The data sheet is the simplest and the most obvious one that you're going to want to print. Clicking on the datasheet button sends the PDF down to our local browser. I will open it. And this is the datasheet report as defined by the local GTC or MARC. That would be the datasheet that you would be interested in for a repair that has been done to your valve. We have the ability to print image report, and let's go and take a look at what that means. First, let's take a look at the images we have associated with this valve's repair. I'm on PSV Demo 1 and I'm on this specific repair for it. If I click on the images, it takes me to the images command, and as we've talked about before, we have a thumbnail across the bottom to view all the images. We have the ability to do an image compare, and here you'll notice we have images for the repair and images for the equipment. The images for the equipment are available to all the repairs ever done to that valve. The images for repair are the images that are specifically attached to this valve. So you may have an image of the way the valve is installed. You may have an image of the P&ID. You may have an image that you want to live through the life of the valve. Those are labeled as for the equipment. The for repair are the parts, the as received, the as shipped, the information that is specific to the repair that we're currently on. So coming back to the reports command, if I come into the image report, you'll notice that in the setup options, I have the ability to choose whether I want to have the images for the valve, the images for the repair. By default, they're both checked, and I'll leave it as they are. I also have the ability to say I want one picture per page, I want a picture per top and bottom, or two per page, or I want 4 in quarters. I have the ability to say all the valves in grid, only the current repair that I'm on, or all of the selected valves inside of the grid. Over on the left-hand side, I have the ability to select up to 4 column headers that I want to have on the report. In this case, I'm going to have date tested and tag number. Once I have all of my options checked, and I could also include the file name or exclude it, and right now I'm including the comment on it, I could also exclude the comment. Clicking Generate will generate that report for me, and as we've seen in all of the other reports, it's a PDF that is sent down to the local computer. I will open it up, and there is my image report. So you notice that I've got it set up in 4s, and I've chosen the column header that I want to have, in this case date tested and tag number, and we've got all of the pictures that we had associated with that repair and or valve. The All reports allow us to take a look at all the different kind of reports that can be generated. Clicking on All reports brings us to the list that have been built by the local GTC or MARC. We have the ability to print new valve information. We have the ability to print for repairs. We have the ability to print travelers and data sheets. We have the ability to print part summaries and different kinds of summaries. And the one that we're going to look at specifically now is the life cycle valve summary. The life cycle valve summary is a single sheet that has the information about the valve that is static or doesn't change from repair to repair, and it also has the 15 most recent repairs associated with that valve. I'll go ahead and choose it in my list. I will click the Generate button, and VKViewer sends the PDF down to my local computer. Opening up that PDF shows me my repair summary. Here's the static non-changing information about the valve. And then down here at the bottom, you see that we have all of the repairs that have been performed. And remember, this is PSV Demo 1. So if I come back to my repair list and I remove my limit to most recent, you now see that we have our PSV Demo 1 all shown there. And here we have all of the repairs that we have in our grid. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4 repairs. And there we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 repairs. So that complete valve summary report, which was here in the reports, all reports command, that is an incredibly powerful report that allows me on a single sheet to see a nice life history of my valve. I'm going to close out of all of those items that I've had open, and I'm going to thank you for watching the report video on VKViewer 6. Thanks and goodbye.